the drugs, the peer pressures, uh, just the way we survive, the things that we do to survive. I can relate to how we treat our black women. I was more so too confused because I really didn't know who I am, and I was searching for something that really wasn't even it. I know everybody in that movie in real life.
Billy. For the world-class visionaire. This is Last of a Dynasty, where we use cinematic scenes to expose unseen narratives in the real world. The only platform on the planet that pairs personal stories with cinema. And today we have Biz Laden on the channel. And the movie that he say best relates to his life experience is Billy. Ain't nobody did that on the channel yet. This is like top 5 street classic of all time. You know what I'm saying? So for those who don't know, tell the world, how does this movie align with your life story?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. This my favorite movie. But I watch it every day, damn near every day. When I turn my TV on, I got that movie on. It reminds me a lot of my life. It's a lot of the dope game in that movie, but I got a lot of that in my life. But I also have a lot of the pimping. I couldn't really find a movie that hit on both the points. I saw Flacco, he did the hustle and flow.
Right.
I mean, it was so crazy. I had to call my baby mama. She was my so my story is a trial and tribulation and a testimony. So I don't really be tripping on telling the world the real when it
Right.
comes to my story. My baby mom was my bottom hoe, and I had to call her and ask her, man, what movie you think best? Because she was closest to me, so she saw a lot of stuff that I was doing that I forgot I was doing. So she couldn't figure out a movie. So I just went with Belly because for our culture and for our people, I can relate to how we treat our black women,
Mm.
uh, the drugs, uh, uh, the peer pressures, uh, just the way we survive, the things that we do to survive.
Right.
A lot of us live our whole lives trying to find that plug, that ox. My uncle was ox, ox type of guy. My father was a hitman in the Black Gorilla family.
All right.
R.P. to Pops, he died when I was in my 20s, got murdered, got stabbed up in the back like 20 times. He taught me. It was crazy because I'm a child. My father raped my mama. And I didn't know that until later on, but it's so crazy how our culture is and how our people are so divided. My mom put a restraining order on my dad when I was a kid. So I didn't have the proper fathering, but I always knew of his reputation and I wanted to be like him, even when I didn't know him
Mm.
on the drugs and the pimping and the pandering. And so I was kicked out the house every year since 6th grade. I was angry. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I dropped out in 10th grade. My pops, he popped up out of nowhere. He didn't give a fuck about the restraining order or nothing. So when he popped up, I went with him. Shit, because along the way, I'm fighting my stepdaddy. My mama can't control me. I done caused a riot at school. Went to boot camp, juvenile before the 9th grade.
Right.
AEP, I'm talking about, I was out of control, but I was angry because I didn't have my father. I was more so too confused because I really didn't know who I am, and I was searching for something that really wasn't even it.
Mm.
And so a lot of our people are going through that same thing, especially the youngsters. It's still some old cats going through that. They don't even really know who they are. And when they meet across somebody real that can tell them the truth and give them constructive criticism, it's hard for them to take it. But they get offensive because they're not even used to it. It's all a game.
Right.
But yeah, I take the movie seriously, man. I know everybody in that movie in real life.
Right. And Hype,
So
Hype Williams, the writer and director, for those who don't know, of Belly, he did a great job of getting clear messages across,
it,
and I like the way he was able to blend in depicting Black hate with Black love in the same context. Because he's showing how things really are, but he's trying to push his own agenda of how it should be,
right.
and Black love wins in the end. But
That's right.
Why do you believe that that message matters so much?
because I'm a prime example. I'm able to see, just like you able to see the lessons in the movie, and we can share it amongst each other
Right.
as men. The older we become, the more growth we endure, the more mature we become. We can see different things. I see different things in the movie every year. When I watch the movie, the older I get, I see new things that help me be a better man in my life.
Mm.
Like how they was dealing with the black woman. Nas, he did his thing because he wasn't really on no, but DMX, he was going down through there with Keisha. I be looking at all that like us as black men, as the kings, we control the narratives. We control our narrative. We a lot of times we want to blame the white man and this and that, but we so powerful. We so powerful within that all we have to do is grasp what God give us and take it to the next level. And
Right.
we can't blame nobody. We got to take accountability for everything. You know, oh, my chick left me. Well, that's my fault.
Right.
I lost my job. Well, that's my fault. I
Right.
should have put myself in a position that I didn't even have to work for somebody else like that. You know,
Right.
it's really all about growth for me.
Right.
If I keep doing the same thing, I'll never get the results I want. I'm gonna
And
keep
you
getting the
got
same results.
right, exactly, exactly. And you got people out there in the world, right, that say, you know, you or you and I, one man, two man, DMX and Nines, they'll say one man's change or two man's change means absolutely nothing with how fucked up shit is out there, right? But I want to play to that. And
Come on,
when DMX chose to change in that moment by not killing the minister, that
right,
was a ripple effect because not only did he save his own soul and save the minister was able to get a speech out there, which then touched, let's say, tens of thousands, who then would turn around and touch people in their lives. So one man
right,
change changed a million lives. You know what I'm saying?
right,
And what people need to understand is that it's a ripple effect, it's really a wave effect. You know what I'm saying? When I was out there as a kid causing so much destruction, I caused the whole wave. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
When you turn somebody into a question mark, that affects his whole family tree, generational, and then their families and their friends and their friends' families. So it's a wave effect. When one man
right.
changes for the better or for worse, you can touch millions. So with you in particular, Biz Laden, you are quote unquote a bar god, right? You are in the communications industry. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It's
yeah.
you communicate through a medium that no soul has been able to put up a barrier against when it comes to music, when it comes to film. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? So the
Okay.
fact that you are so influential, what's your overall purpose behind your wave effect?
Man, all my homeboys dead in jail. Fade, he the last of the Mohican.
Right.
I'm getting calls from the Fed and the pen, periodically. So, the people, my father is a victim of the game. Uh, I am the last man standing. So I have to survive for my peers. I have to do what I'm supposed to do for the ones that can't do it right now. God just put me in this position, bro. I didn't ask for this.
Mm.
Uh, I didn't ask to be here. I have story amongst my peers. For some reason, I attract the streets.
Mm.
And my mama always told me it's gonna be some people that love you. It's gonna be people that hate. But the love that I get from the certain people that like Fade, for example, the
Right.
love I get from Fade is unmeasured. I don't even get that type of love from the people that be in my immediate family. When I'm in this position, I have to stay humble. I can speak for so many people right now, and that's why I was excited about being on this platform with you because
Right.
it gives me that opportunity. So my journey is different, bro.
Right.
I was born in California, born in Montclair. My mom, used to date Suge Knight. My uncles used to rob banks in LA in the 90s. So I was the little boy in the car. My first traumatic experience was my uncle got his head cut off. They was robbing banks. The homies got caught up. He didn't get caught up. The homies get out of jail. They asking for some money, bro. He balling. I'm talking about all custom low riders in the garage, upstairs, downstairs. Anyway, they get out. He could only give them $100. He put me and my mama on the plane one day. That same day, he came back. This when I was like 8, 9. He came back to the house. They was waiting on him. They sodomized his wife. She was pregnant, Peaches. Like, she jumped out the window. They sodomized her, cut my uncle head off, cut my granddaddy head off, put him on the steps. She jumped out the second story window. They found her across the fence the next morning. The dudes got caught up, but I'm saying, like, the next morning I was playing video game. I woke, my mama was throwing up early in the morning. I'll never forget it. And I went in there and she had, they killed Gary. So I'm like, damn. So that was my first traumatic experience at 8. Got a little brother, and free Huncho, BG Huncho. He doing 25. He doing 25 right now for manslaughter.
Right.
Even guys like him, everybody had their own story. But my story has seemed to be a little more extreme and in depth when it comes to my narrative.
That's what's up. And I want to hone in on the relationship, the situation with your uncle and his so-called partners, right?
Come on.
I want to expand that into a bigger context, just talk about relationships in the streets.
Right.
Saying and how something is most of that shit is really illusion when you think about who's with you and who's not. So when I look at the relationship dynamic between Buns and Sincere, and then you look at the relationship dynamic between Knowledge and Shamik, like they bond was tight. You know what I'm saying? It was love.
Right.
It was non-negotiable.
Right.
I was talking to one of my brothers who's doing life right now. He posed a deep question. He said, a lot of people may have a lot of people as willing to kill for them, but how many people is willing to die for you though? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
with all of your experiences coming up, can you speak on a relationship to where your brotherhood was so tight, you just knew wholeheartedly y'all was willing to die for each other, but then the nigga turned sour?
Oh, man, bro. Yeah, I got a few of those, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me give you a good one. Okay. Since we storytelling, I was in my decision making younger landed me in a shelter, a homeless shelter.
All right.
While I was in the shelter, I met this brother. I'm talking about when you in the shelter, you at the bottom, you low. I'm talking about you on the bottom. I'm talking about when I went in there, I thought I was in the county for real. They got the bunks, everybody in there. The guy ain't no ventilation. It's just crazy. My first night, I saw a white man shit on himself. I'm like, damn. So I'm in the shelter. I meet this brother from Chicago. We in there seem like we got the same plan. We got the same struggle, the same goal. And the goal, get up out this motherfucker. So every day so I'm in Texas right now. In the South, it's a little different with the Europeans. It's a little different. So when you in the shelter, you have an opportunity to work though. Like the Mexicans at Home Depot, they'll be outside looking for work. What we would do is we would get up early in the morning, 6 o'clock. We trying to catch a play. We trying to get some work because the white man will pull up in a truck. So we started working, me and this brother from Chicago, we started working for this white man. He wouldn't let no black sit in the front seat of the truck. We all got to get in the back. It was so crazy. So he owned half the town. His name Greg Williams. I'll never forget it because I learned something. Okay, so while I was in the shelter, he was renovating houses. So we was going to clean up the houses. This one particular house, it was a hoarder's home. I never even knew motherfuckers was living this nasty. So they was hoarding. Anyway, he had raccoons in the house, all type of shit. So me and the brother, we got acquainted, we got close, and we ended up getting us some dope, man. From the money that we was getting from the white man, it was like not even $7,500 a day, if that. We put our money together. That was the plan. Put our money together. The shelter, you got all day. You got a curfew to be back at the shelter. We started busting down in the shelter. Me and cuz from Chicago. We finna get out this motherfucker, bro. But the next day, dude ended up, we put our money, he found the plug. That's what happened. He found the plug down the road around the street from he bamboozled me. We were supposed to get out the shelter. I gave him my half. I never saw him again. When somebody does you like that, you got to keep a high frequency. It's hard, but you got to keep a high frequency. So that hurt me, but it didn't kill me. It didn't put me down to the point where I couldn't get back up. But that's how I know there's a God, because I made it out of that. So I when I go through some shit like that with with a brother, and then I claim you as my brother, and then you turn your back on me, that's unfortunate. But and also it gave me trauma with my Black peers, because my trust level is already messed up. We're already in a society, we don't trust each other. So it's hard to bounce back from that. And then too, you got to let the universe deal with certain shit. You know, the universe gonna deal with that, and just like Buns got the higher power reach Buns, the higher power gonna reach that brother from Chicago.
Speaking on just the dynamics that come with trying to survive and thrive in the streets, right? You got a song called Pray, where you say, "Forgive me for my sins, but I had to get it in." I feel like that's how they felt in the movie. And at some point, that's how we all feel in it when we coming up in the streets. And it gives us that daredevil mentality though, because spiritually, we still know the unlikelihood of us seeing this all the way through is real high. But yet we like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get it in. But
Gotta get it in.
I want you to expand on that word, but though. We just spoke on the insight, but we still saying but, and we're still deciding to go deeper into the belly of the beast. What's the but? Like, why do we say but and say fuck it?
For some people it's different. For me, it's a spiritual warfare. On this shoulder, I got the angel. On this shoulder, I got the devil. The angel telling me all the time, do right. But then it's like, okay, you got to do this though. You got to do this to get to where you want to go. You know, the devil telling me, you got to do this to get to. With that, there's been some growth with me though. I put the pimping down for one. You know, I have an 8-year-old now.
Right.
He's a product of the game. So, that butt, I got to take accountability for that butt.
Right.
Ain't no excuse for that butt, bro.
Right.
It ain't no excuse. Either you is or you ain't.
Right.
And some people, it take other people longer time to get there. At 37 years old, I see clearer than I did at 25. That's a big butt. You know what I'm talking about?
Exactly.
That's what my grandma used to say. That's a big butt. Now, hold on. As soon as I said what I was going to say and I said butt, hold on, Paul. Ain't no excuse, man. No right from wrong. I know right from wrong. I knew that. I know it before I got myself into it.
Right.
So yeah, that's as real as I can be on that.
All right. And in the movie, when they was riding in the car, you know, Sincere was waking up. We were seeing his growth early on. And he told Tommy, aka Buns, that he like, man, everybody get money. He like, then what? You know what I'm saying? He know like it was more to life that gave it meaning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and with him, it showed that books was helping him open up his mind. For me, when I was a kid, it was reading that was helping me open up my mind. And retracing the steps of the Black man.
Okay.
He was using the past to gauge how he was misbehaving in the present.
Okay.
And for a lot of us, that's what helped me, like, reading Black history is like, it helped me to see the error of my ways. So how important do you believe it's important for us to learn the past to gauge the present so that we can make for a better future? And if you believe it's important, like, what's the process that one should go through?
I believe it's very important because if you don't acknowledge your history, you go into your future blind. We got oppressors that's really against us, man, been against us for years. I believe it's important for you to know you, your people, your ancestors, what your people went through. That's because if you knew that, you know why we in the condition we in today.
Right.
Man, then if you can realize that, then we in the condition, that's why we in the condition that we're in today, then you can, whatever it is within yourself or whatever struggles or battles that you have going on within yourself, you know what to do for the next chapter in your life, uh, to help you get to the next level,
Right.
mentally, spiritually. God is my process, bro.
Mm.
God is my process, bro. My faith is my process. Uh, so with that goes to my purpose and to my passion or my God given talent. Once I release, I can let go and get to the next level, get to the next phase, get to the next goal, the next chapter for
Right.
me. So I do what I love to do. And it's gotten to the point where I don't really like to do the music. No, I don't like to orchestrate it. I like the finishing product, but I don't like to orchestrate it no more because I got to go through a lot of emotions to get it out. But I, the process I would take accountability, want to do better. You got to want to do better. You got to want to get to the next level. You got to want to stop doing the same thing. You got to want to get better results and from your life and from the people in your life, including family. Most importantly, your mom, your dad. If you're blessed to have those people still with you, your son, your kid, your daughter, your wife, your girlfriend, whatever, your cousin, your peers, whoever looking up to you, you're in a position, especially as a Black man. So take accountability to start your process, realize where you are. And then that's why I like that movie too. Sincere was able to see everything from a whole different perspective. He was from the bleachers watching the game, telling
Right.
the game the whole time.
Right.
So he was able to, he knew what he had with Buns. He knew what he had with the other homies that went in with him at the beginning of the movie. He knew what he had the whole, so yeah, you got to be able to do that. You got to be able to stop time, get outside your body, look at the situation, look at you, right?
Right.
Some people exercise, some people work out. It helps. I see you work out a lot.
Yeah.
That's something that's part of your process. You feel
Right.
me? Working out. I work out from my songs. We can learn from each other's processes also to get to the next level and be better Black men.
Right.
Just like when you said Sincere was reading,
Right.
what helped him stay afloat. Also, that Black woman helped him stay afloat.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
And
So, but he found the right one though. He wasn't.
right.
She was that wasn't Keisha.
Right. Right.
Keisha could only do so much for Tommy. It was just two different women, two different Black women.
And Belly, even the title is a powerful title. See, Hype Williams really did his stuff with his writing, because in the larger context, it means the belly of the beast. You know what I'm saying? The pits of hell where life seems to be a waste. You know what I'm saying? And our heroes are disposable. You know what I'm saying? So that was powerful. But it can also signify the belly, like the start of a new beginning, the hope of a new beginning,
Yeah,
the start of
yeah,
a new life. And with you getting into the music, getting into other legitimate ventures, you're trying to recreate this new life. You know what I'm saying?
right,
That takes you on a
right,
brighter path. So for the
yeah.
world that don't know, if you ain't spoke on it so far other than the music, like, what other projects and stuff do you have going to create this new life?
Man, right now, bro, and I'm proud to say, bro, I have a video game
Uh-oh.
for PlayStation Network, Apple, Google, and Nintendo.
Right.
The game is Beavis and Barhead, and I got a piece of merch here.
Yeah.
I got a piece of merch here. So I'm Barhead. Hold on, let me try to. So I'm Barhead.
All right.
I'm the dark skinned dude. Papillon, that's my artist. He Beavis.
Oh.
So my company is Bar Global Entertainment, but I got a clothing line. So Nipsey Hussle's designer, shout out to Archer One. Nipsey Hussle's designer did this. I've been fucking with Archer One. He big now. And since Nip died, his job got more diverse because he with the Puma situation and he's in the marathon thing. So I just wanted to put that out there to shout him out because he did this design as well. He also did my second album cover, Bars Only Volume 2. He did my first piece of merch.
Right.
So actually this project, the soundtrack, I have a soundtrack. This is the soundtrack cover. The soundtrack will be out in a week, 7 days. It'll be out in 7 days. So we got the video game. We got the merch. This is another single I have. I know you said other than the music, but I had to put this merch on the thing. I got a piece of merch for you. I just need your side. I got a piece of merch for you. I want to send you this.
Yeah, I need that.
That's promoting my single, 40 Bars Freestyle. It's out now on all platforms with a video.
Absolutely.
Oh, I got these dogs. I got the bullies. That's my female, Bar LaFay. She pregnant right now. She a pocket try.
Yeah.
Blue pocket try. And then that's one of my studs. That's Barman. Big head motherfucker right here.
That's
Yeah, so Bar Global Bullies. And so that's another thing I'm tapped into.
Right.
My whole life is leading up to all this video game, my next album, my artist. It's all dropping this year.
Right. Movies are inspired by real people. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
what you've been through is a couple movies in the making. So are you getting into film?
Yes, sir. Oh yeah. We got a short film. I'm in a short film actually. It's called Exodus. I have a partnership with Impulse Entertainment. So it's a Bar Global, which is my company, Impulse Entertainment Venture. So be on the lookout this summer. Exodus is about basically the beginning of the ending. So these youngsters, they owe me some money. And they gotta pay me. And so they're gonna do what they gotta do. They're gonna go rob this bank. They're gonna rob a bank to pay me my money. And me even acting and doing scenes, my first scenes. I've done a short film before, but not like this on an adult level, mature level.
Right.
Where I'm able to get my Biznell Washington on.
Right.
It gives me. So shout out to 50 Cent. He moving G Unit Studios to the South. We just dropped the trailer. Go to Biz Laden, BIZ_LADEN to check out the trailer on Facebook, Instagram. My favorite actor, Denzel.
All right.
And I've grown up watching movies. Like if these black men can do what I can.
Right.
If these women can do what I can, we can. I saw you, I tapped in on you for a little bit. You doing some acting.
Exactly. I jumped in it.
Yeah, y'all in the desert. I seen you.
Right.
Yeah, that was. I knew it was something to come of that when I saw the scene. Like, damn, what?
Right.
Oh, okay.
But you was that used the phrase earlier, which is the phrase that I'm always pushing. I even got it on my hoodie. Like, man, control your narrative. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all about that, man. Last week, we got to control the narrative.
I like that. I need some of that merch.
Yeah, definitely. So this was a powerful conversation. Y'all heard it, Biz Laden, you know what I'm saying? This is his story, but not the whole story. But Belly has been able to allow him to uncover a lot of what he done been through, so y'all can gain some understanding, gain some insight, and take what applies to your life so that you can navigate this world a little better. We're showing y'all that it's hidden gems in every movie. It's more than just the excitement. Like, no, it's gems in it. gems in
Yeah.
dialogue and gems
Right.
and decisions that's being made in every movie, in every plot line. We're breaking it down in a way that showed you, hold on, you missed this part, and use this to go the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but yeah, this is powerful. I appreciate you, and you come out with more projects, come back on the channel.
Man, anytime. All you gotta do is set it up. Easy call.
Absolutely. All right.
That's a bar.
Our example was destructive, last of a dying seed. How can the fruit grow healthy if it's a rotten tree? They brainwashed me and tainted my perception young. It's hard to have vision when you blind, deaf, and dumb. Our example was destructive, last of a dying seed. How can the fruit grow healthy if it's a rotten tree? They brainwashed me with this false propaganda. It's hard to grow healthy when your culture got the cancer.
I've tried a little bit of everything. You ever heard of Honey Racks? Honey Racks energy drinks?
No.
I used to sell them too.
All right.
I used to sell condoms. Like, I've tried everything.